Dean, thank you. Dean, John, thank you. By the way, I watch your show on Sunday night, and I always notice that John grades OSU's football program for the weekend. Dean does OU. Just for once, I like him reverse. Dean, y'all do OSU, John, OU. I think we'd have a pretty good program. They do a wonderful job. I'd like to also thank the Oklahoma Golf Hall of Fame Committee for making it a wonderful night for the Cozby family. And congratulations to Tommy Boat, Nancy Lopez, Laverne Harris, and the Bill Warren and their families. By the way, they told me I only had so much time, but I have to tell you, if it wasn't for the Warren family, we wouldn't even be here tonight. This place is awesome. You have honored me and the Cozby family with an award tonight that I never dreamed of. As some of you know, this is the 100th anniversary of the PGA of America. And it's the largest sports, I believe it is, I think I'm correct, it's the largest sports organization in the world with 28,000 members. The way I'm accepting this award tonight is to represent the other 28,000, 27, whatever the number is. Hadn't been for those people and those other golf professionals, I sure wouldn't be up here tonight. There's a lot of them, a lot better golf professionals than Jerry Cozby. And especially for the golf professionals in Oklahoma and the South Central section, which includes Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Southern Kansas. Believe me, I'll do my best to live up to this award. You know, in 1985, I was fortunate for my peers of the PGA to honor me with being National Golf Professional of the Year. But when and I probably have had more awards than I deserve. But on that particular award, Chance, who's now 41 years old, our youngest son, was about 9 or 10. And our den, it's kind of the floor was pretty much brick, and he was big on skateboards. And one Sunday morning, I'm reading the paper, having a cup of coffee. I thought I was the only one up in the house, but here comes this skateboard flying through the den, and he stopped right in the middle. And he says, Dad, I asked a question about, they just announced that you were National Golf Professional of the Year. I said, yeah, what's the question? He said, well, I'll never figure out how you beat out Jack Nicklaus. At the National Awards dinner, I had to give a talk, and Jack happened to be sitting to my right, and I told this story, and I said, Jack, I didn't tell him any difference, and I appreciate if you just shut up. And he gave me the okay. You know, you never receive any kind of awards alone. You don't do anything alone. Everybody has to help you along the way. God blessed Jerry Cozby with a wonderful life. He also blessed me with a mother and a father that taught me several things, but I think that really one thing I can really remember, they taught me to give with never expecting something in return. And I don't think I'll ever forget the things that they taught me along those lines. And then in 1964, I didn't meet him, but I went to work for a gentleman named Hardy Loudermilk. He trained another person in this room named Buddy Phillips. And he was like a father to me, and he was pretty much like a father to Buddy Phillips too, I promise you. He taught us a lot. And he was a wonderful individual. If I had to tell you all the stories that Buddy and I learned from Hardy Loudermilk, it would be here all night. But the big thing he taught us was how to treat your fellow man, and how to treat your members, and how to treat your fellow golf professionals. I think we learned that for sure. You agree with that, buddy, I'm sure. But I have to tell you, if you know anything about the golf business, you know that being an assistant golf professional, you make very little money, and you work long hours. Well, the first check I received from Hardy, he calls me in the office and he says, Jerry, I want you to know this is your first check as being the assistant golf professional at Oak Hills Country Club in San Antonio. And this is just between you and I. Nobody else needs to know anything about it. I looked at the check and I said, Hardy, I wouldn't worry about that, but I'm just ashamed of it as you are. An award like this, you cannot win any other awards that come along the way without golf professionals. And when I first came to the South Central section, especially to Oklahoma, Buddy and I came about the same time. In fact, Buddy and I came the same day. I went to work at Hillcrest January the 1st, 1969. He went to Tulsa Country Club January the 1st, 1969. And so we're newcomers. I've been here about maybe 3 weeks. I opened the mail one day, and there's a check in the mail. It's $367, and it's from Ernie Vossler. Ernie Vossler was a golf professional. A lot of you probably knew Ernie. I know Doug, had to know him really well. And he was a golf professional at Quail Creek at the time, and as you know, was a very good tour player in his day. And the letter, along with the check, said this: Jerry, I've been teaching two members from Hillcrest Country Club named Jane and Lloyd Rowland. And they've been driving to Oklahoma City, taking golf lessons, and I just sold one of them a set of clubs. And this is the profit off of that set of clubs. Welcome to Oklahoma. I now have told them you're their golf pro, and they should be taking lessons from you and buying their equipment from you. Now that's a pretty good welcome to Oklahoma. Back in those days, we had a fraternity in the PGA. I think it's more business today, but I like it better as a fraternity. And that's Ernie was just a wonderful letter. I never did really learn. I never was an original person, stuff that we did in the golf shop. Everybody at our family table over here will tell you that when we took a golf trip and we went into the club, I would usually ask to meet the head pro. And I'd ask the pro, you mind if I take a tour of your facility? And he'd always say, sure, where would you like to start? And I said, well, I'd like to start in the cart barn. Cart barn? Yeah, I'd like to start in the cart barn, then go to club storage. And I'd make notes. And I'd make notes of how we could improve our operation at Hillcrest. And I didn't do this every now and then. I did this 100% of the tournament, or the trips, every trip we took. And I hate to tell you that at my age today and retired, I'm still doing it. I don't know why, but I still do it. At this time, I would like to also, you saw about the OU and three boys that played for OU. Well, I could never thank the University of Oklahoma enough, and the coach, Greg Grost at the time, he had a lot of confidence in our three boys with their scholarship and treated them great, and the education that they received at the university was wonderful. And Greg, I know you're in the room somewhere tonight, but thank you very much. The staff I had at Hillcrest, Loudermilk always told myself, and I'm sure he told Buddy the same thing, you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. Well, I tried my very best to surround myself with the best assistants I could. And, they were very dedicated to Hillcrest Country Club, and they were dedicated to Jerry Cozby. I loved every one of them. Now, they didn't all love me, I have to tell you. And I hope there's some of them in the room tonight that that love me. But anyway, I had a reputation of being a little tough to work for him. At least that's what one of them told me. And, but anyway, I really appreciate those assistants, and they did a wonderful job at Hillcrest and really took care of our membership. I was very fortunate to work at a club like Hillcrest. Hillcrest, if you haven't been there, is one of the finest golf courses and one of the finest clubs in the United States. I was there 41 years. Your Carol's right, I went there to stay 5. But the treatment I had from the membership and the way they treated our family, it grew on us. You know, obviously we had chances to go other places, but it just kept growing. And throughout this time, we had a board of directors all those years at Hillcrest that believed in the PGA, number one. They also believed in a golf professional that could go ahead and do his job and be a professional person. And that's the reason I stayed there 41 years. Other than, you know, I kind of went to work every day like I might lose my job the next day. But Hillcrest Country Club was wonderful. I kind of looked at a list they sent a week or so ago, and I noticed in the room tonight there's like 17 to 20 past board members in this room tonight from Hillcrest, and a lot of past presidents. And I thank every one of you for being here. Dedication, I mentioned a little bit in the video a while ago. As long as I can remember, I always wanted to be a PGA golf professional in the truest sense. Why the dedication? Only one reason: service to amateur golf. Working with juniors, women, men, promoting and organizing tournaments, training your staff, merchandising your shop, assisting our members in any need or anything they might need, I promise you will outweigh anything a club professional can do on the golf course. You take care of the members, you give them service, that's what it's all about. I used to always have a saying to our staff: listen, take care of mother and the dad. Give them great service. They'll take care of dad, they'll take care of dad at the dinner table. So we try to do the kids and the mother, and hey, your dad, don't worry about it. But we really tried our best to take care of the entire membership with regards to the junior program or the Women's Golf Association, regardless of what it might be. And speaking of that, I still love to teach a little bit, and Hillcrest has been kind enough, and the pro Aaron Speaker there has been kind enough to allow me to teach a little bit. And I have even at my age, I still teach some, and I have a junior player. I love teaching kids. And I have a junior player that surprised me tonight by being here. If you remember a WOGA group at all, Women's Golf Association in Oklahoma, you probably heard of her. Her name's Faith Hopkins. And she's definitely one of the top 5 juniors in the state. And she's only a junior in high school. She'll play Division I golf. Nancy, I'd love for you to meet her before the night's over. She's here. She surprised me by being here. And Faith, thank you for being here. You're going to be a great player, and you're already a good player. Earlier I mentioned the fact that we do not achieve alone. Credit has to go to my wife Carol and our family. On a scale of 1 to 10, Carol is an 11. I promise you, she's the real pro. A perfect wife for a golf professional. She put God, family, and country first in our lives, and she did it every day. And Carol and I are blessed to have 3 wonderful sons, Kerry, Craig, and Chance. They in turn have blessed our family with 3 beautiful and wonderful wives and 5 incredible grandchildren. In closing, let me thank you again from the very bottom of my heart for this great honor. You have given me, my family, and Hillcrest Country Club. Thank you very much.